Welcome back to another episode of Tactical Enlightenment's Freestyle Series, videos that show unique battles in Bannerlord in which we narrate live while we try and navigate difficulties by deploying a wide variety of tactics on the go. Alright friends, welcome back again to another episode of Tactical Enlightenment. We are fleeing, pursuing troops here and literally getting surrounded by troops here. I don't know why they're angry. We only just sacked one of their cities and then took one of their castles. So I think they're clearly overreacting here. Of course, all jokes aside, we are at war with the whole map in our campaign. Even Sturgia has been attacking us lately. And so this battle against all of the kingdoms continues here. Now I'm just trying to make sure we don't get attacked by this 5,000 or 6,000 troops all at the same time. We're trying to get away. Looks like part of them caught us. And this is still doable, although what happens in the next battle after this will be interesting. So we're going to run with normal player damage here. We've been running with normal player damage anytime the battle is relatively small, and I know you're probably chuckling small as 2,500 against 1,200. In our campaign, that almost qualifies as small. What an interesting map. I think I've seen this map once before. There's a bridge there, there's an upper bridge. There's a ravine, a couple ravines down here, and I got a bridge all the way over here. I might use that as an escape hatch. If we have to back out, I'll probably consider heading in that direction. But I think for the short term, we're going to try to use this positioning right here. Got to tinker with some units. I've been tinkering around with the 3rd Division in a circle defense, and I've got a bunch of archers mixed with it looks like. So I'm going to have to redo this unit here. I like to have the 3rd and 2nd both be cav, and in this case the 3rd cavalry is defensive cavalry. I'll typically use them in a square or a line defense, and then we'll attack with other units. Right? This is basically like holding the head of the enemy down with one hand and punching him with the other. Or a sword and shield, if you prefer that analogy. I like my archers to be able to move fast for kiting, so we'll get Gweth in the 4th. The 4th and 5th are archer divisions. It's been a little while since I filmed an episode, so I wanted to cover more of these. Now, these are freestyle tactics series where I am navigating live. I'm also narrating too. The other N-word. Whoops, not that N-word. We won't be using any slurs here. We're going to do a little swearing on the channel, but I despise racism. It's a fucking primitive thing that humans are still succumbing to. All right, so the 3rd is in a square. I think I could get line of sight here with the 4th and 5th archers. We'll set up skirmishers on the side there. They can kite too. They've got very fast units with a good banner. The 8th Corps down here, the 7th horse archers. And I've got the 1st infantry. We also may use them defensively as well. Keeping in mind, I don't know, there's another bridge there, but I might retreat back to that other bridge. It's in the back of my mind, right? You always want to have a plan B, a plan C if possible. Yeah, I think they can get line of sight here. Let's put some archer wings right here. We'll have them hold fire here a little bit until we see what the enemy's doing, where they're coming from. I'm not sure what bridge they're going to take. They might go around behind us. This is a really interesting battlefield, actually, for tactics. I've got my 2nd Corps dragged behind me because if the enemy comes with the heavy charge press, let's stick them in a line for now. If they come with the heavy charge press, we want to keep them from just overrunning our position. And they are sending in cav, but it's mixed with infantry. That's interesting. So my 6th is down here. These are skirmishers. These guys can throw javelins. A lot of those units are elite. It looks like there's some shock troops, unfortunately, mixed in there, but that's the nature of the game. My army composition right now is kind of suboptimal. Yeah, so this infantry is trying to sneak in here. It looks like the enemy's just bum rushing. That seems to be their approach. So I'm getting tangled up here with my units. Let's get the 2nd out of our fucking way here. We're in a really narrow battlefield here. Let's start kiting with the 6th, 4th, and 5th. We're basically going to move our units back here as the enemy approaches us. We've got more speed, sort of a variation of a kill box. We're just not going to be... well, I might be able to encircle them, but we're not going to be planning on encircling the enemy here. All right, archers move back. I've got the space and that bridge. That's in the back of my mind. I know at any point, if we have to, we can ditch to that bridge and at least have a narrow channel to sort of isolate the enemy. The enemy is sort of confused here as to which infantry division to attack, and we're going to make it harder and harder on them by continuing to back up. The 1st Infantry, we might form into a square. It kind of depends on how bad the bum rush is. I have my 3rd Cav up there in a square. I forgot to mention that. A lot of times I'm issuing 4 commands in 4 seconds, and I can't even speak that quickly, right? I'm not going to be able to tell you guys every single thing I do, but I will do my best. All right, we're going to tie this division up here. Let's surround these boys. We got the 1st, 6th, 5th, and both Cav wings with the 8th, and we just surrounded that infantry and destroyed it. I mean, they'll get a few kills. I see a few kills here and there, but that's going to be an utter massacre. Meanwhile, I've got the enemy totally distracted by this Cav square. These guys are going to suffer losses, but that's a good trade. Like, we just destroyed their infantry division with almost no losses. And it's kind of like taking a bishop with a pawn. We will take that trade all day. I have another Cav division. I may have Cav reinforcements. Even if all of the 3rd Corps dies to hold back the enemy, that's a fair trade. It's a good thing you can't fall into that water. That would make this map very nasty. My archers are taking a beating here from across the river, so we're going to move them back. That 3rd Corps is almost wiped out, but they held up their cavalry. I mean, they held up the enemy Cav from really getting on us, right? If this 200 heavy horse was in there, they definitely would have overran our position. The 6th and 8th Corps are nicely positioned down here. Now we can attack their cavalry, right? We destroyed their infantry. Now it's time to take their knight. It's almost time to get the fuck out of here. Our archers are doing good work, but their Cav now, whatever the survivors are from that 3rd Corps, is starting to overrun our position a bit. Let's do it now. I've got the 2nd Corps we can use as a screen. I always like to have a cavalry screen. It's a classic tactic they used even up until the 1850s, 1880s. Cavalry would very frequently screen for infantry that was either attacking, flanking, or in this case retreating. Right? You can line them up in a big wall. The enemy also has their sight obscured. Now that doesn't really affect the AI. The AI has fucking X-ray vision and knows exactly where you are. But in this case, what it will do here is it will prevent their cavalry from attacking our troops there. You see my guys are getting out. The 1st Corps is taking forever. Maybe they took that weight gain 4,000 that guy on South Park took. God, I can't believe I can't remember his name. The fat kid on South Park. Shit, man, you're just jealous because I'm totally buff. Carmen, that's it. Remember that episode where he said he took weight gainer 4,000 to get ripped? And his friend's like, Carmen, you're just a total fat ass now. That shit is hilarious, dude. South Park. If you young kids don't know South Park, you need to know it. All right, back to the battle here. So we're screening beautifully with our 2nd. You see all their Cav is pinned up on our 2nd, and almost none of them pursued our troops. That allows us to get across this bridge in safety, and now we're going to set up a bridge defense. These motherfuckers are skirmishing here. Fucking asshole, get off our infantry. Oh shit, that's Ergion. He is wicked. This guy here is a very high level knight. He does major damage. He just killed one of our troops, just fucking swung in and executed him. We got to take this fuck out, even if it means taking away from the battle. Yeah, we got his ass. Down you go. The lights are dimming here. We've got this time pass mod. It's been on and off working with 1.27. Basically what it does is it causes time to actually pass on the battlefield. It's a really cool mod. Check it out in the video title description. So we're across. The last few Cav is making it across here. That was a very successful controlled retreat. Now we got to watch our back door here, see if the enemy takes that top bridge. For the short term, we're going to put a Cav division there, just to act as like a ditch to slow the enemy down if they come that way. And now we're going to charge the bridge with the 1st, 6th. The 8th is in reserve. We got a fucking spectacular sunset here, as this time pass mod really makes for dynamic lighting. We can kill some of their champions and banner knights with fucking javelins, and while we enjoy this sunset. It's basically spectacularly enjoyable to enjoy a sunset while you massacre your troops with superior tactics. Look at that fucking beautiful sunset. All right, we got archer divisions on both sides. The 8th Corps is here in reserve. Those are my elite knights. There's a handful of archers in there. Those guys are my oh shit lever. And the 6th skirmishers I have them attacking right now, but I might bring them up here if I see any sign that the enemy's taking this back door here. Yeah, they're all down there. I thought about trying to flank with my archers, but if we bring our archers up there, they're going to get shot to pieces by the enemy. It's actually better that they stay down here, right in a line along the shore here. Let's get our infantry here to create a pinch point. We want a pinch point here to allow the enemy to get deeper in so our archers can hammer them. Look at that enfilade fire. And once they're in a little bit, we slam the door on their hands, right? You ever had a door slammed on your hand? Hurts like a motherfucker. This screen is all green. It's a fucking death factory right here. These guys are absolutely trapped. Now they've got infantry bearing down on them. Archers are providing enfilade fire. Could put a cav division there to stop some of those arrows coming through, but I've got to keep an eye on that upper ridge. Our infantry have this bridge totally bottled up, and our archers here with wide enfilade fire are massacring the enemy. They are just penned up like pigs for the slaughter. We pull our 7th and 8th out of there. We want to keep units in reserve. See, look. I can see reinforcements now coming. I've got this little X-ray vision thing, right? You've got it too. If you hold Alt or Tab or whatever your, God damn it, disappearing shields. If you hold that button, you can kind of see where the enemy is and where they're coming from, and it looks like they're coming on the other side now, which is going to make for a very chaotic situation here. So I've got that Cav screen wall, but that's not going to hold. I got to get other support units up there. Let's get the 6th to support. The 6th is skirmishers and solid infantry. We'll get them up there. We'll move the archers back. And let's get the 8th Corps back as well, because we may encircle and destroy any forces that are up there. I can't tell exactly what it looked like. Cav? I see Cav. I see guys with lances. So we're going to move this 6th up there. That'll help them hold the fort. Meanwhile, we're going to attack and destroy this with a Cav division and the 8th Corps. The 8th Corps, of course, is my elite knights. A lot of them have 300 riding skill, 300 pole arm, etc., 300 spear. We're going to wrap right around the enemy here. Let's see what they got. That's a lot of forces. 160, 100. They've got some 200 forces here. All right. Well, it's going to be messy. No one ever said it was going to be easy on this channel. Look at this beautiful sky. These crossbowmen paying me no attention. Very bad decision. I'm charging with the 2nd and 8th. It's not many guys, but they do major damage. Watch these guys come through and watch the death span. I'm glancing up there. Ilmir. Elias, another one of the knights. We're basically causing massive carnage with like 20 or 30 guys here. Now down at the bridge, I'm confident those infantry had that thing closed off. And these archers are out of here. They're like, I didn't sign up for getting speared and stabbed and fucking cut down by expert knights. They are hauling ass. They're out of here. We're going to pursue and destroy as many of these insolent Botanian fucks as possible. Just because we sacked one of their cities, they seem angry. Well, wait till you see what we've got for you next, boys. We're taking all your wives. We're going to be better to them than you were, better husbands than you ever were. We're going to have lots of beautiful children with your wives, and we're going to take over all your territory. What do you guys think of that? Then we're going to have some democracy. No more fucking total tyrannical rule by your shitty-ass governors. We're going to introduce the future. Well, we'll probably have a little despotism as well. A little bit of nepotism, a little bit of despotism, but it'll be better rule than your fucking barbarian chieftains, I promise you. At this stage, I'm being a little bit risky here. Basically, what I'm trying to do is inflict enough misery, enough death on them that their morale crashes here. They still have middle-tier units in this battle. I love horse physics in this game. But if you can get an enemy to the point where they've been battered so badly, just like real life, if you're playing somebody in chess and you have all their chess pieces within the first 5 minutes, you know, they hold their hand out and concede. I'm hoping we can limit casualties in this battle by making them flee as soon as possible, right? We're trying to break their morale, show them that they're fighting a superior warlord, and have these guys just retire to their hovel. Oh, shit. I didn't need to get stabbed in the chest at the end of this battle. I think it's the end. Look at him running. Yeah, that's not reforming. The big difference between retreating and reforming, usually there's a defensive line of guys rallying at some point. It looked like a few of them had an organized line, but most of them look like they're just heading out of here. They're heading right for this beautiful sunset. Always more beautiful when you're victorious. What do we got back here? There's cavalry causing some carnage in our backfield. We'll send the 8th Corps to pursue these guys, and we'll do some handling of ourselves. We need to minimize casualties here, right? With 1,100 troops, if we've lost 300, we still have another big battle, or 2 battles coming, right? There's 2 more There's 2 more Battanian forces that look like they're bearing down on us here. This is going to be back-to-back battles. I might even have to fight 3 battles in a row. It depends on whether or not both armies reach me at the same time or one before the other. These guys still haven't quite routed yet, so we're going to inflict a little bit more pain here. I just heard them signaling their horn, so we're going to start positioning here for a draft down on them. If I can get archers down positioned high above them here, they'll be able to rain. They're fucking retreating, man. I don't know why they're blowing their horn. I see guys running for the fucking exits. Nevertheless, we'll prepare for it. Sometimes the enemy surprises you and has some last-second resolution. You know, they somehow their commander gives them a pep talk and they're ready to fight some more. I hear them yelling over there. We're dragging a handful of cavalry. Let's go inflict some more carnage on these fucks. Now they're routed. This battle is over. I always love to get a kill or 2 last in before these cowards fucking retreat. Fucking attack us, motherfuckers. Alright, started this battle in the afternoon and now it's night. And it looks like we've got another battle or 2 still brewing here. A lot of my 8th Corps, let's do an inventory here. A lot of my 8th Corps is injured. I don't see too many of them that are down though. This is my 8th Corps, my elite knights. A lot of these guys have 300 endurance, 300 riding, 300 weapon skill. They're dumb as a rock, but man, are they good in battle, right? None of them, absolutely none of them could run a party. You know, they would just instantly get killed. Their tactics are shit, but boy, do they make excellent killing partners. We got some skills up in this battle. Things look good. Ready to fight another battle. I mean, 120 casualties. We are in great shape, ready to give it another go. So let me know what you thought of this episode. We're going to come back, probably split this into 2 parts here in case it's a really long battle. Let me know what you thought. We're continuing to fight these battles tactically on our channel. I appreciate all the likes, comments, and subscriptions, fellas. And I will see you for part 2.